Here's Johnny.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Price.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And like that, he's gone.
Stephen Tobolowsky is one of those actors that you've seen in hundreds of things, but never knew his name. He's a wonderful character actor that has made appearances in a lot of memorable films like Spaceballs, Memento, Groundhog Day, and Thelma and Louise. Apparently, he's also a very gifted storyteller and has some great ones to share with the Daily Actor blog. I'll post a link to the article in the description. In the interview, he tells a story about when he was shooting the film Strange Nature down in Jamaica. He said the really tough scenes during that film were the ones they had to shoot out in the woods in the middle of the night. And they were all terrified because they woke up one morning on set to little notes saying that everyone needed to slather their feet and ankles with Deet so as to avoid the giant cow ticks that are apparently prevalent in the Jamaican woods. Probably not the thing you want to hear right before you're about to trudge out into the middle of them to shoot a movie all night. Another great story was him explaining the birds and bees to his son. He told his son that you should never make love to a woman out in the woods, or on a beach, or really anywhere outdoors. His firm opinion was that all lovemaking should happen in a bedroom, preferably with a lock on the door, the air conditioning on, and the TV remote within arm's reach. So, Mr. Tobolowsky doesn't sound like he's probably the most adventurous person when it comes to the bedroom. But he's had an amazing career in film and television with a lot of great stories and insights. Another story that he told was how he lived next to a big casting director. The casting director neighbor thought that he'd be perfect for a certain role, so he passed him a script over the fence between their two houses. So Tobolowsky auditions for the role, and a little bit later, the casting director neighbor finds him at home one night. He tells Tobolowsky they love him, want to offer him the role, and they can probably pay him $25,000 a week. Great. Well, so not long after that, Tobolowsky gets a call from his agent at William Morris, talking to him about that very same role. The agent tells him that the role is open and that he thinks he could probably get him booked on the film without even an audition, and then it would pay $15,000 a week. Oh, really? So he plays along and tells his agent that he's interested, but really wanted some more money than that. So his agent makes some calls and comes back to tell Tobolowsky that he was able to negotiate them up to $17,500 a week. And of course, the agent was not being upfront. He was doing something that probably most agents do, which is try to get several of their talent cast in a show by telling the casting directors that they all agreed to work for lower rates, but only if they all get cast. This way, the agent gets multiple people booked on the gig and higher commissions for himself, even though it might mean less money for some of those individual actors. It's all part of the crazy game of Hollywood. And it sounds insane, but it really is better to play that game and have a good agent that represents you well, because they'll be able to get you way more opportunities and bigger paychecks, usually, than you would trying to make a go at it on your own. But how do you find a good agent? It can be tough, but I've given you what I think is some pretty solid advice in this article. It won't guarantee that you'll get an agent to love you, but it will set you on the right path to finding a good agent that will work hard to further your acting career. I'll put a link to the article in the description below. Remember, if you want to learn how to make better films and act on camera, Guerrilla Film School has got you covered. We put together a free training video on how directors and actors can work together on set. You can get instant access to this free training right now by going to guerrillafilmschool.com/training.
He's gone.